Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha. Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. We are still with Vidyasagar. Sri Ramakrishna is almost milking out the whole of essence of Hindu way of transcending the nature and going beyond to the eternal existence. The various ways with all assurance, with promises to realize God, to know yourself, to know what is beyond, to know what is this world. He is making clear and clear. You see, one thing we must constantly remember is that our existence is not bodily existence. In waking state we feel God is deep within us and all that. When we sleep, that inside outside doesn't come into picture at all. We are entirely in a different world altogether. In waking state, I, the individual consciousness, projects and covers, pervades this bodily existence. Immediately, in association with this bodily existence of this physical world, I come into the external awareness of this world. And I have an ego which has kartritva, bhoktritva, jnatritva. Then I have ragadvesha and all that bodily associated kama, krodha, moha, mada, matsarya, all these on one side. And my awareness of the external world, all this is there. The moment I withdraw and enter into sleep, I associate with the entirely, I have gone away from this whole world in which I was there. This dimension is no more there. I am not that person at all. The moment I separate from this body, I sleep. When I sleep, I am associated with my subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. I enter into another dimension as Sukshma Jagat. From Sthula Jagat, I am going to the Sukshma Jagat. With a Sukshma body, I am entirely different person, unassociated with my waking person. I don't even know I have left a body and I have come into sleep. I have to go back. Nothing is there. No awarenesses of, I am not associated at all. Nature, what is the link between my sleep state and waking state? The physical body is maintained by nature. When you are asleep also, nature is taking care. When you are waking up also, what is the link from sleep to waking? I am withdrawing totally. I have nothing to do with this bodily existence of this universe. I don't even know there is a waking state, waking world. I don't know when I sleep. What is the link? How do I go? Link is Mother Nature. I can't go. I don't even know. When I sleep, there is waking state, there is my property, my relatives and friends are there. I have got so. Nothing is there. you are entirely different person. Entirely different, nothing to do with the physical existence at all. From there, when you go to deep sleep, you are entering into the causal layer of existence with a causal body. Again, some other person. You have nothing to do with the dream world also. The first one is world of matter. Second is world of ideas. Third is world of existence. The more towards the pure existence, prajna, is almost knowing himself. Except the link is again Mother Nature. Mother Nature is the bridge who is going to take you to the other state, take you to the other state. Each entirely different personality. Here, new ego, new self in dream state. Again, in deep sleep, new ego, new self. There, the ego itself will be aware of absence of all things. There is nothing. Only that nothing awareness is there. Absolute. Nothing is there. Same thing when we go to the superconscious state, everything is there. Purna. Here abhava shunya. Because mind is still there with the awareness of absence of all things. Because I have left the physical world, I have left the subtle world, I have entered into another dimension of existence. Nothing of that is there. That nothing, zero. No awareness is good, bad, right, wrong, nothing is there. Only joy it is experiencing without its knowledge I am experiencing. Who are you to know? And how to transcend this nature and go beyond. Nature alone has to link me to the divine beyond. Just like she brings me to the waking state, she will take one day. Her aim is ultimately to take you to the beyond. How will she take you to the beyond? Is a little longing in your heart, a little love for God. The moment the love for God comes, it is a sign of detachment from the whole of the physical world in which we are living in the waking state. We are living in the waking state of this world. I have to, nature is taking me to the dream state, separating me entirely from the, like that. When I start loving the beyond, the God, and the same beyond is pervading all this and is giving existence, but I cannot perceive because I am in each state. I am attached to a particular body and say I am this body, gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Each state I possess a body and say I am this, I am this, I am this. And what is this? What is the cause of my own karma, karmic load is making. When I am aspiring for the beyond, a little detachment from this bodily existence starts. Physical. The more you love, the less you are body. The more you attach to a world, then what decides is your vasana, not karmic load. Karma, what you have done doesn't come into picture. Karma, anything, your good karma may be there, bad karma may be there, that is good to give you good or pain or pleasure. But vasana is what is driving you into the world again. This drive is holding the world. It wants the world to be there. It wants to be there. Drive. The sukha dukkha coming, it is experiencing and going away. Karma gives sukha dukkha. But vasana's drive. Without vasana, karma do not affect. Each vasana drags one sukha dukkha karma phala, and then experiences. Vasanakshaya, all the karmas you have done for many lives will simply dissolve away. Because of vasana, the whole thing is remaining. When which desire makes which fruit to come and give, we don't know. So when you start loving God, you are less body. Vasanas pertaining to the world diminishes and your attachment for the transcendental increases. You have more freedom now. More love, more freedom. Just like you had an ego in waking state and a self in dream state, another ego, another self, in deep sleep, another ego and another self. The apparent self differs. Atmic self continues. The relative self, the waking self and waking ego dissolves. Dreaming self and dreaming ego awakens. But one thread is continuing is Atman. And this Atman, identifying with one of the bodies, achieves the relative self and relative ego pertaining to that layer of existence. Now this loosens the more you love divine. And this divine love makes you be beyond and stretch beyond. You become less of the body. More you love God, you are less body. More you attach to the world, you are intensely body. So, when you start loving God, you are releasing yourself from the waking world as if. And it is easy for you, for the mother, to push you beyond the nature. Nature who is taking you to Jagrat Swapna Sushupti according to your karmic load, wants you to go beyond and enjoy. She has been protecting you lives after lives and giving all that is you needed and turning every pain and pleasure of you to move towards divine. And ultimately, the time of your loving God appears. And the soul, which is exhausted from the world, it wants something eternal, something unchanging. So it aspires for the higher world. Then you will see something new emerging out. That just like you enter into sleep, you can enter into superconscious state. There you will have a new ego and new self and a new body. Just like when you go to sleep, dream state, a dream body, a dream self, a dream ego. There, a higher ego of being a devotee of God. There, just like here vasanas are continuing, there the wisdom continues, knowledge continues, awareness changes. The divinity, divine starts manifesting. Here human and animal are working. There you have become divine. So all aspects of divinity and sattva starts manifesting. Sattva, rajas, tamas. In rajas we are body. In tamas we are material body, matter. Then in sattva you are beyond bodily existence. Now you'll be moving to Nitya. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Nitya Sattvastho Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. Become Nitya Sattvastha, ever in the Sattvic sthiti. How do you know in the Sattvic sthiti what is the state of man? He is in unbroken thought of divine. Wherever he goes, whatever he does, whatever he sees behind everything the Lord's presence, God's presence. Everything he does is offered to the divine. Everything he sees and accepts as it is, as the will of divine. Divine will working in this world. Divine will. Nothing to comment, nothing to change. Everything is going on a perfect order. And just like a light, this is truth, this is truth, this is truth. Just enlightens and keeps. And he is in eternal light. No state of his existence he fails to see the divine with the world, with the activities, with relationships. He is in resting in divine. He is standing on the platform of divine. So sattva is such a state. Nitya sattva is where you are constantly linked to the divine. The link is not broken. Then you are in Nitya sattva state. Now we go to Rajas, when now we go to Tamas. When, no. Even in sleep, you must be sattvastha. You will not change your disciplines or your awarenesses even in sleep and deep sleep. It continues so deep. So Thakur is bringing out that where to go, who are you in this, what to hold on to. You are entirely three personalities, three persons, unrelated to each other in Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dreaming, and we wonder, it's wonder. This is the mystery. The mystery, inner mystery, inner mystery. What do we see? Inner mystery is you are entirely different person in waking state and entirely different person unrelated to the earlier in dream state and another person in. Now where is inner and outer? Where is God inside and outside? Now everything. Last, if you cross, there is neither inside or outside. There is one existence when you enter into higher states of consciousness. So this is what Sri Ramakrishna is making us understand. The Vidyasagara's incident is what is God? This is regarding the individual consciousness, how it manifests, how it functions, how it aspects, how it crosses, and what will make you become aware of the beyond, what will make you love God, to serve and love people is just, it opens a higher layer of exit from where the light comes to make you love that. The light, because of your expansion of heart, expansion of consciousness, you are serving someone which is unrelated to you. You feel compassion, you feel love for others. Your concern is not I, mine, and my children, my grandchildren, my parents, my grandparents, my relatives, my friends. No. Any person, lay person who is unrelated to me. I feel same concern for them as I do for my people. So this equanimity draws the attention of God, draws the attention of nature. They feel so happy. And a small slit opens in the transcendental. A grace descends to attract you that side. And you turn and start loving the beyond. The service to others will open a higher entry into higher levels of consciousness. This is the main pursuit. Ramakrishna is insisting almost we need see every day, every moment there is an opportunity to serve others. At least while taking food, remember lakhs of people lying down without food, lakhs of people without education, without earning, they are roaming about like animals. So while keeping the food in mouth, oh Lord, help them. Feel that feeling is sufficient. You are moving towards the divine. You have done the service. Where you cannot change the world. You cannot change anybody's karmic road. You cannot change. But you can serve. If it is possible to serve within your limits, within your range, it happens to come in front of you, you can serve to the extent possible. And you can serve through prayers a large section of people. So many. There is no limitations. So there you see your heart expands more and more to reach the borders of the cosmic existence. So this is what we are discussing now. Sri Ramakrishna is pointing out that there is gold buried in your heart, but you are not aware of it. It is covered with a thin layer of clay. Why clay? Because it washes, it can be washed off. Once you are aware of it, all these activities of yours lessen. After the birth of a child, he gives the example how the mother-in-law releases a little. We will go ahead, go forward. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, go forward. A woodcutter once entered a forest to gather wood. A brahmachari said to him, go forward. He obeyed the injunction and discovered some sandalwood trees. See, the only one word he told, he looked at him from his so many years. He is entering the wood, cutting the wood, carrying on his head, selling it, earning a little, and spending for his life's existence. Years of years, decades of decades, he is doing that work, sincerely, honestly. So a brahmachari passing through that forest tells him, go ahead, why are you working only here with the old wood? And that one word, go forward, he doesn't say anything, go forward. An important word in spiritual life also. He obeyed the injunction and discovered some sandalwood trees. About 100 trees of ordinary will be equal to just like sagon, teakwood, a teakwood and a sandalwood. 100 teakwood may bring equality to a single same amount of sandalwood. So much difference. After a few days, he reflected. He found sandalwood. He started selling. Instead of carrying 100 wood and selling one wood he carries, he will get 100 times the value. A few days after he reflected, the holy man asked me to go forward. He did not tell me to stop here. Just look at the understanding. Who instigates this understanding? Krishna says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam ena mam upayanti te, by which they come to me. I give them buddhi yoga. What is the condition? Be united with God. Satata Yukta. Become Satata Yukta. In and through all activities, see that you are aware of the God's presence. Feel the living presence. Just like two lovers in the world. They attend to all their duties of life, earning everything. But each is sitting in the heart of other. And they are in awareness of each other. Like that, do all the duties of your life, everything, and your awareness is there in the presence of God at the feet of the Lord. Then grace descends. What happens? The right understanding flashes at right time. You'd be happy with being in the sandalwood forest. But suddenly that thought came, did he tell me to go forward a little? No, he said go forward. He never said stop after some time. He said, let me go forward. What is there? Let me see. This is intuition, divine intuition. He did not tell me to stop here. So he went forward and found a silver mine. He found a silver mine. After a few days, he went still farther, and discovered a gold mine, and next mines of diamonds and precious stones. With these, he became immensely rich. When Guru initiates a disciple, or scriptures you read, scriptures just ask you to go forward. Saint says, gives the mantra, Guru gives a mantra and says, practice this. What we do, when the initiation is given, he is asked to do in the morning and evening. That's all. Without break, with all mind and soul. One has to do every morning and evening, leaving all things, leaving laziness, sleepiness, all this. You have to, just a few minutes you are spending, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Whole attention, you are there alone. All things taken away from you. 15 minutes. You are alone, free from all thoughts and concerns, past and present and future. You are there in the presence of God, calling on Him. As the Guru initiates you, asks you to do the Upasana, you finish and come away. This, go forward. This is go. Every day you go on doing. Guru did not stop, ask you to stop any day. He said, do it every day. As you go on doing, new awarenesses, new flashes from within start striking. New dimensions you enter. New awareness, new levels of consciousness you reach. To see a new world, each time a different world. From Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Mahajana, Tapa, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata. One by one, you are climbing up. So they go forward. How it leads a man to higher and higher levels of consciousness, you see. This is how we move. Sri Ramakrishna is hinting at everything, what you have to do. Just a few hours of together of Vidyasagar. This is the first and perhaps the last meeting with Vidyasagar. But Vidyasagar, it is sufficient for Vidyasagar and all of us to realize God, to transcend the whole nature and go beyond into the eternal life. We'll continue ॐ निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पा धृतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि।